What if I told you that right now, as you're watching this, a baby somewhere is building their brain at a speed that will never happen again in their entire life? 1 million neural connections. Every single second, not per minute, not per hour, per second. That's neuroscience. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to take advantage of this peak period. Step 1. Face-to-face talk. Sit face-to-face with your baby. Look them in the eyes. Speak slowly. Exaggerate your expressions. Raise your eyebrows. Widen your eyes. Smile big. I know it feels a little silly, but babies don't just hear language. They study your face, your lips, your eyes, your tone. When a baby watches your face, their brain is doing something extraordinary. It's mapping language, emotion, and social cues all at the same time. The language circuitry that determines how well they'll communicate at age 5, 15, even 45. It starts here. Just 5 to 10 minutes a day. That's it. No need for an app or toy. Just your face. Step 2. Narrate everything. While changing diapers, say, "Now we're taking off your diaper, and we're putting on the clean one. Here comes your blue shirt." Feeding time? Narrate it. Bath time? Narrate it. Your baby cannot speak yet. But here's the thing. Their brain is recording everything. Every word you say is being filed into what neuroscientists call early vocabulary architecture. The more words they hear from you, not a screen, not background noise, from you, the richer their neural language map becomes. Talk to them like they already understand, because in a very real way, they do. Serve and return. Step 3 is called serve and return, and it might be the single most powerful interaction you can have with a baby. Here's how it works. Baby babbles, you respond. They point at something, you name it. They reach for your face, you react. It's a conversation, even without words. Every single time you respond to your baby's cues, you are literally wiring their brain for intelligence and emotional regulation. Harvard researchers have called this the back and forth of serve and return one of the most critical predictors of IQ and emotional intelligence in later life. When babies are ignored repeatedly, neural connections weaken. So, the next time your baby makes a random sound at the ceiling, answer them. They're not being random. They're sending you a signal. Answer it. Tummy time. Step 4, tummy time. Every day. Supervised. Movement equals brain growth. Tummy time strengthens neck, shoulders, and core muscles. When your baby pushes up, reaches, and eventually crawls, they're doing crossbody movement, using the right arm at the left leg and vice versa. The coordination, the problem solving, the balance. It all starts here, face down on a play mat. Crawling isn't just cute. It's neurological infrastructure being built in real time. Read the same book. Step 5, read the same book. Again, and again, and again. Repetition builds pattern recognition and memory consolidation. Your baby may not understand every word, but their brain recognizes rhythm, tone, and sequence. Each repetition strengthens the same neural pathway, making it faster and more efficient. That's how early literacy develops. So yes, read The Very Hungry Caterpillar for the 47th time. Gentle touch and skin-to-skin. Step 6. Touch matters more than we realize. Skin-to-skin contact, gentle holding, baby massage. These aren't just comforting. Chronic stress in early childhood can interfere with healthy brain development. Cuddling releases oxytocin, a bonding hormone that supports emotional security. Secure attachment correlates strongly with better long-term cognitive outcomes. Love isn't just emotional. In the first 2 years of life, love is neurological protection. Hold your baby. Often, sensory exploration. Step 7. Let them touch things. Cloth, grass, water, a wooden spoon, a silicone spatula, sand, ice, the carpet, their own toes. Every new texture sends a fresh signal from the fingertips to the brain, building what's called sensory integration pathways. These pathways help the brain process and organize information from the outside world, which affects attention, learning, and even handwriting years down the road. Limit passive screens. Step 8. I'm going to be honest with you here. Under age 2, Screens are no substitute for human interaction, not even close. When a parent talks to a baby, the baby's brain doesn't just receive. It responds, predicts, and co-regulates. That back and forth is irreplaceable. A screen talks at the baby. A human talks with them. If we understand the neuroscience, we can make more intentional choices. The human face, the human voice, the human response. In the first 2 years, nothing replicates that. Consistent sleep routine. Step 9. Protect the sleep. Here's what happens when your baby sleeps. Especially in deep sleep, the brain goes to work. It consolidates the memories from the day. It prunes unnecessary synapses to make the important ones stronger. Sleep is not downtime. Sleep is where the brain builds itself. Consistent sleep routines, same time, same sequence, same environment, signal safety to the nervous system. And a nervous system that feels safe grows better. Label emotions early. Step 10. Name what they feel. When your baby is crying, instead of just rushing to fix it, pause for 1 second and say, "You're upset right now." When they laugh, say, "You're so happy." When they seem overwhelmed, say, "That was a lot, wasn't it?" You're not being dramatic. You are building the emotional regulation circuits in their prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain responsible for managing feelings, impulse control, and decision-making. Children who have their emotions labeled early develop significantly stronger self-regulation skills. And self-regulation is one of the best predictors of success in school, relationships, and life. Bonus points. 11. Allow safe exploration. This one is for every well-meaning, loving, slightly overprotective parent out there. Let them move. Don't spend the whole day in a bouncer or a carrier or a play yard. Let them roll. Let them reach. Let them crawl towards something they want. Movement, especially self-initiated movement, is one of the most powerful drivers of brain development. When a baby chooses to reach for something and their hand gets there, that moment of intention meeting action builds in neural loops that underpin confidence, curiosity, and cognitive growth. Over-restriction doesn't keep babies safe from development. It delays it. Create a safe environment. Then step back and let them explore it. 12 simple imitation games. Make a face. Wait for them to copy. Clap hands. Let them mimic. Imitation strengthens mirror neuron systems, essential for learning and empathy. Here's what I want you to take away from all of this. You don't need to be perfect. You need to be present. Talk to them. Touch them. Read to them. Respond to them. Let them move. Let them feel. Let them explore. Keep the routine. Name the emotions. None of this requires a degree in neuroscience. None of it requires expensive programs or gadgets. What it requires is showing up consistently, warmly, and intentionally in the ordinary moments that are actually extraordinary in disguise. The diaper change is a brain-building session. The bedtime story is a memory consolidation exercise. The moment you respond to their babble is a neural pathway being forged. You are not just raising a child. You are building a brain. If this video helped you see that differently, share it with a parent who also needs to hear it. Which of these habits do you already practice? And which one will you start today? Tell me in the comments. And subscribe, because next we're going into the 2 to 5 year stage, where things get even more fascinating. See you there.